Very cool. Thank you for the sub, Digital Drummer. It's pretty groovy stuff, huh? Now, let's see if I can figure out where all the other buttons are. It's been a week and some odd days since I've done this last, which means I may be easily confused by which thing I'm clicking on at which moment. There's so many. That's not a good song. This is a better song. All right. So cool. Okay. And lols, my camera's dorked up. So emergency last minute fixes. Coming in. Boom. There we go. That was pretty quick. So it's Thursday. I got some kombucha. I got some coffee in my blacked out mug that says fuel. I don't know if you can kind of see it, right? That's a coffee shop here in Seattle. I dig them. Got a sticker too. So, represent. So, kicking off today's session, I got a whole mess of stuff that I want to talk about because I have done a whole mess of stuff the last few days to the point where, kind of exhausted from traveling, exhausted from so many things, just running back and forth and whatever. So let me pull this up and we'll dive into some things real quick here, just as a recap of what the hell I've been doing. So, first things first, I have just gotten back from the OReilly Velocity conference, which was co-hosted in the same place as the Software Architecture Conference, located in San Jose, California. Myself and Lena Droid. Myself and Lena, she keynoted, went down via the Amtrak Coast Starlight. The Amtrak Coast Starlight being this thing. Woohoo! Big fancy train, lots of cool pictures. It was great, as it always is. We've taken it more than a few times. Love these runs like this one right here. Look at that. I mean, run along the coast like that's pretty freaking amazing. So, looking down the California coast. Anyway, so we did that all the way down to San Jose to the conference. And we also then went to LA just for us, just to hang out. Went to the last bookstore in LA, which was super badass. I don't know if anybody has ever seen this thing, but seriously, if you're in LA, go bugger off. What is... Yeah, let's just get something crazy here. Anyway, the last bookstore in LA it's a bookstore, right? Here's some pictures. That's cool. But inside is a really cool setup. So they got the downstairs here, which you can see. That looks actually like my picture that I took. So if you go upstairs, you can look down. You see this like reading area, and they have bands, I guess, or something come in there and play, performers, right? So that's cool. But then there's this weird art stuff that they made within the place, like this round hole you can look through. And I'm pretty sure they got some of the other stuff, like weird art on the walls. There's another view for that. And then there's this tunnel you can go through too, which they've lit up. And also upstairs is a bunch of art. There's a better view of that tunnel. Super, super cool place. And then they got the classic book room, a bunch of out-of-print books and things like that. Very, very cool place. I dug it. If you've been to Portland and you've been to Pyle's Book, think of this as like a mini version of Pyle's Books with a little more art and a little more rando creative stuff here and there. Very cool place. Anyway, all that, and I did do some coding on the train, but let's talk about Velocity Conf real quick. That was pretty cool. Talked about serverless a lot about edge compute. Also got to meet a bunch of people and have what I like to call tertiary hallway conversations. That's where when a place is somewhere pretty cool, like San Jose, for instance, and you meet up with good people that are just having a great conversation, you actually leave the conference and you go sit at a coffee shop nearby or something a little more casual, a little more local, and just chill and get real deep into all sorts of topics. This conference, we ended up in a lot of conversations about kind of hilarious shit. One of them was this extended conversation that I had with Sean Allen on Twitter filters. Like a good default is Donnie, Donald, Nazis, and KKK. Put that in, and Twitter becomes more valuable because it just gets that trash out of there. Beautiful way to make Twitter a little bit more useful. So that was a hilarious conversation, and just strolling through our lists that we filter on to focus our Twitter feeds back on technical content that's useful to us as technologists. We had that conversation. I got to meet Jackie, DevOps. Oh, phooey, what's her Twitter handle? I don't remember right now. Emily, and a bunch of other people. It was absolutely excellent. Also had this cool, let's see if this actually pops up right. Yeah, so one booth by JetBrains, I use their IDEs on here. They were actually giving out these little Lego Build Engineer minifigs, right? And I got a whole stack of stickers, as you can see, and I put the minifigs to work, scoping out my laptop, and then putting on some good stickers. For instance, I didn't have a Thrashing code sticker on, so that went on for sure. And then they went to town with some other stuff like data grip and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. As you can see, Rider, Python, C, C++, Lion, IntelliJ, and WebStorm. So that's all on my my laptop now. So yeah, all in all, great conference, a lot of fun stuff. Lena keynoted. Jessica Kerr, her keynote was also one of note that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed all the keynotes pretty much. And it's one of the few times that I've actually gone to a conference and watched the keynotes. A lot of the time, I skip them because they're just going to talk about rah, 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 and I can look at the notes afterwards and see what happened, right? I don't need to go to the keynote, really. Like, usually when I go to a conference, there's several key things that I want to talk about. One is technology, the reasons that I'm there, to learn more about it, learn how to do things, make things, create things, write code, implement things, right? But first and foremost, as this conference reiterated many times, it's about the people. We build all this technology for people to make life better, right? That's the core impetus of all of this. So meeting the people behind the technology, meeting the people implementing the technology, meeting the people with problems they're trying to solve and all that kind of jazz, that is one of the big reasons that I go to these conferences. It's not just because I'm a developer advocate or something like that. I've been going to conferences far beyond and far before I ever got into that. So this conference was great for that. Met a lot of people, started following a lot of people. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted about it, tweeted everybody I started following, etc., and had a lot of really great conversations. After the conference, two things of note. Academic Coffee, awesome place to pick up coffee in San Jose. If you're a coffee snob, kind of like me, you definitely want to stop by there. And it's also bikey, which makes it even more awesome from my perspective. Also, San Jose is super bikey now. You can grab a scooter, you can jump on a bike, you can ride the tram. Getting around is super easy. I I would say it's not like the most. Right around the conference center, there isn't that much culturally relevant things to do or interesting things to do. But just like a block away, it starts to get interesting. As soon as you get out of that immediate vicinity there. Academic Coffee is about 3 blocks away. Great place, top tier coffee, good 3rd generation stuff. I also picked up a pocket-sized Constitution because figured that'd be a good idea. Also, I noted, and this is what I want to talk about on the stream today, the Cassie Schema Migrator, and I posted some arbitrary statistics on the blog entry. But anyway, the Cassie Schema Migrator is one of the projects that I'm really going to be pushing forward on in the next couple weeks because some teams at some very large companies with a big orange label, Home Depot, will be using a lot of Cassandra in the coming days, and they want to be able to do schema migrations for the databases, right? So whatever they get put in there, they want to be able to develop against it and build out the schema and then deploy the schema to production, et cetera, et cetera. So just like with a relational database, they want to be able to do the same thing basically with Cassandra and beyond that with DataStax Enterprise too. So not just the distributed data store, but also Graph and any other type of thing that might have a schema or a structure to it of some sort. And one could argue, oh, but just do stuff schemaless, then you don't have to worry about it. You always have a schema. You always have some type of schema. So schemaless only works until the point where you actually have to look at your data. So this is a thing where you get to manage that all along and keep your development flow clean and your database in sync with your actual development process. So all these words, all these things to discuss. So that was the first few bits there. If we look at this, let's go ahead and pull this up. Boom. Here we go. So we can actually see the screen in here. Let's see here. All right. So the first things first. I had not done that. So there's a bunch of projects that I brought up last stream session, and I wanted to get focused on where I'm going with this stuff. All right, so this is a list of all the projects that are going on right now. And matter of fact, let me log in and we'll put this in some repo. I don't know which repo yet, but I'm going to put it somewhere. Or actually, let's put it in the Trello card. So backlog, research, and working. Researching. Get the core focal priority set and secondary focal points sorted out. So I think, if I'm correct, yeah, so Trello cards actually take Markdown. I didn't know that, but I have learned this. All right, so these are all the projects that I am aware of. So Cassie Schema Migrator is getting worked on, but it's over on, I'm doing that under the DataStax Devs channel. So that's over here under events. There we go. So there's the C# hour. So tomorrow I'm going to be re-kicking that off with a full review so that episode 11 can be an actual starting point for, whoops, a little redundant voice in my voice. So I'm going to kick this off tomorrow at 10:20 a.m. Pacific. And the idea is I'm going to go over the full project, everything that's in GitHub, everything that I've done so far, what the core points are, and Probably do a little bit of breaking out feature builds and stuff, and figure out how I'm going to organize the project. Also, how people can contribute to it if they want to contribute. But also the big thing is I'm going to get back into actually coding on the project. So it's written in C#, and I'll be making progress on that as of tomorrow. The other things that I'm working on is I'll also be doing some of this Node.js and front-end dev with my cohort, Eric Zeitler, and then Christine and I will be continuing the Geo app trucks. So that's going to be next week, though. The next immediate show is going to, or session, code session I like to call them, is going to be the C# hour. Okay, so that's tomorrow. I'm going to kick that off. So that's priority number 1. So I wrote the priorities here on the Twitters. Go faster, machine. You clunky. So let's see here. Yeah, so top priority is, actually, this is a secondary priority because it's already basically taken care of, right? That stuff's out there. The project's out there on GitHub. And I need to sign in real quick, so bear with me here. All right, so got logged in here. This is the vid streaming. This is kind of like, I've been using this as the central repo for all the other project stuff I'm working on. You can get the link to the Trello board here too, but it's also just got hacks for Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming, gear for streaming meetups and all that kind of jazz. So let's bounce that back over to, that's not where I wanted to go, github.com// oh yeah, it's Schema, nope, Cassie Schema Migrator, I believe is the repo path. Yeah, so you can go out there and check this out. I have it hooked up in pipelines for the build. Boom, 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 let that come up. And then issues, good first issues, and contributors welcome, blah, blah, blah. So all that stuff's good and set and ready to go. So if anybody wants to work on that stuff, go ahead and feel free to dive in, comment, etc. Here's the build. Good, successful build. And then the other thing that I'm working on is truck service base, which is also on the DataStax devs channel. And that's using Vue.js and a Go backend. Then the other things that I wanted to get back into, though, is this Twits. And then, let's see, Data Diluvium. No, where is it? I think the core thing I'm going to focus on here is, it's your show full description. Yeah, I think so. There's this one. And then there's these two. Oops. And then the other one that I'm going to focus on this Thrashing code channel is going to be, it's your Twits. Yeah, will be the Twits app, and then eventually the Data Diluvium. Is that it? Yeah. And I think Calamity, those two projects, which I've kind of been seemingly working on for a billion years, but we're going to get them going faster here, make things actually work. Okay, so these are going to be the big things here. Now, there's going to be some introductions to new stuff, though. Existing priority. So and then I want to new focal points. So there's another a number of things that have come out. Let's see here. Downloads.datastacks.com. This is one of the focal points here where there's things that have been released since the Accelerate 2019 conference. You can come in here and it's all easily downloadable from the downloads.datastacks.com page. The cool thing about this is now we have our server here, okay? So this is the DataStax distribution of Apache Cassandra, or what we call DDAC, right? There's the acronym there, or the whatever you call that. And then, of course, there is DataStax Enterprise and our various versions of that. So these are free to download. There's no like sign-up page anymore or anything like that. So you can go in and you can actually just get the software and start using it, right? So if I click this and click 6.7, Tarball, Docker, and then the other requisite things if you want to go different routes, right? Same thing with DDAC, the supported Cassandra version. You click this, and you basically, there you go. So you're getting a Tarball right off the bat. Now over here in Tools, we got DataStax Enterprise App Center, DataStax Studio, DataStax Bulk Loader, Kafka Connector, Dev Center, so many words, Graph Loader, etc. And again, you can click it, and then you can go click your version. Then we got all our drivers. Boom, C#, C++, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, and Ruby. And then we also have DataStax drivers for Cassandra, ODBC drivers, and community drivers for Apache Cassandra, which includes some of my favorites like the Go client. Also, the Erlang client is kind of handy, you know, if you ever get into that. And then, of course, Haskell, Perl, Scala, and Clojure. A lot of good stuff there. Then if we bounce over to labs, we got DataStax Graph, DataStax Graph, which helps load the Cassandra database for the graph workloads. And then there's the DataStax Desktop. So I'm going to actually grab the Linux one of this and save this file to, where do I'll just do this. And then let's bounce out of this, new focal points. Let's see here, DataStax Desktop. This is something that we want to look at. And then we want to look at, I closed the page. But I just want to list out the things that I want to go through and show people. So this DataStax Lab stuff is especially cool. But anyway, so we're going to look at DataStax Desktop. You'll learn more about that in the very near future. And then over here in drivers, let's see here. We're going to take drivers walkthrough. And then we'll take C# driver walkthrough. Then we'll take the Java driver walkthrough. What else do we got? I want to do the Node.js one. Let's driver through. YouTube. What about YouTube? I don't have commands enabled, so I don't know what that YouTube does. And then versions. Then I'm going to look at drivers for Apache Cassandra. Yes, I do. and I'll show you right where they are. YouTube. And they're in this crazy path, which I am just going to post to. Stop giving me stuff. Here, I'll post that in chat here in about 6 seconds here. There you go. So that's the channel. Yeah, please definitely go follow. I put a lot of stuff in there. Some stuff that never even gets to the Twitch, right? Namely, if you go under playlists, and there's some videos. That's the general day-to-day show. But here I also link the DataStax C# hours. I have the Learning Go put all together. The trucks development that we're doing, the Geo app that we're building. Also, all the ML for All conference, Machine Learning for All conference videos here. Tons of metal. And then the meetups that I record are here. More about that in just a short time. Hey, yo. Thanks for the sub, K Van Orden. Appreciate that very much. And then, oh yeah, also we go back to the Calamity, terraforming, special sessions, twits, and those things, which is what I aim to get back to with twits and Calamity in the coming weeks. Because I really need to make some headway on those apps, because I want to not only show you and what I'm making and, like, you know, use it for teaching material or whatever, but I want to use the apps, because the apps are they're pretty badass. They're going to be super useful. And I just noticed I'm all the wrong part of the damn screen here. Boom, fixed. No, not fixed. Wrong screen. Where is my screens? There we go. Boom, fixed it. Okay. So what was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah, there's one other one here that I was gonna point to. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, so these episodes, the 2018 episodes, are actually all of the, what I've kind of dubbed the TV show, right? And what that is actual shows that I have put together with, like, various parts. They're usually about 5 to 15 minutes each. And says you can get a non-crazy YouTube URL. Yeah, the only problem is I made that channel on YouTube. It's a sub channel of my personal channel, which I don't know how to get the subs that I have and move those to my root channel so I can change the name. But I am supposed to have the ability to change the name, but I don't know. Maybe it'll happen one day, maybe it won't. I don't know. But for now, I just have to provide the crazy ass link in with all the goo on the end of it. So yeah, anyway, the YouTube channel, good stuff there. I do post not a lot, but a reasonable number of things that aren't on Twitch. So it's good to subscribe there in addition to my Twitch. Thank you very much for the sub over on YouTube. Yeah, like here's the meetups. And speaking of, since we're on the topic right now, I got 2 meetups coming up next week that I will be streaming. Oh yeah, this one's not supposed. Oh yeah, that is me, I guess. So that is, let's see here. Let's go look at meetup. Or actually, we'll do Seattle Scalability Meetup, and then we'll do event-driven Seattle Meetup. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So next week, on the 26th, is the Seattle Scalability Meetup, and we got Josh, Toby, and Steve. Forgot his name. we got these three fellas coming in to speak. Josh is doing one presentation, then these two fellas are going to be talking about Kudo and Kubernetes operator magic. And Josh is going to be talking about a job abstraction layer for Cassandra that he put together that they theoretically use at T-Mobile, as they like to say things. Got a description in there. We'll be going for drinks and everything afterwards. If you're in Seattle, definitely come to the meetup. It's worth coming to. We have a lot of conversations that are external to anything you'll see on stream or in video. But if you can't make it or you're not in Seattle, you can definitely watch the stream. I'm getting pretty good at it, so you get pretty good sound and everything. And then the day before that, on the 25th, I believe that's Tuesday, Robin Moffat, I don't know how you say that last name. I probably just butchered it. Sorry. And Dave Remy are presenting there. Dave is talking about event sourcing, just like as a primer or introduction to it. And then Robin is talking about Apache Kafka and KSQL, or KSQL. How would you say that, actually? It's kind of weird. So yeah, anyway, KSQL. And that'll be at Palumi's office downtown. Again, if you're in Seattle, come to the meetup. We'll go for drinks afterwards. It'll be a really good time. Lots of great conversations. A lot of great people coming that are fun to talk to, interesting, smart, you name it. If not, though, or if you're not in Seattle, again, subscribe to the channel here, and I'll be streaming it here. And they will go to VOD to YouTube, too. So, all right. Covered those bases. So the other thing I wanted to cover here, though, was I want to hit Erlang. Do I want to hit Erlang? No, I want to hit Go. Walk through, and then maybe the Erlang client, maybe the Haskell. Okay, we're gonna have to do a Twitter poll. All right, let's do that. Twitter poll time. All right, so if I were going to do a walkthrough of Cassandra drivers, which of the following would you want to see? So we got Erlang, Go. Oh, I'm gonna do Go anyway, so I'm not even gonna put that into choice. Let's put Haskell, Closure, Scala or Perl? Well, I'm not even going to touch Perl, so I'm going to put Scala. Make that 7 days. So there we go. It is Gremlin, actually. Let's see here. Gremlin, Graph, or GraphQL, whatever you call it. The Tinkerpop thing with the cool little logo. Oh, God, they do so much great artwork for this. It's awesome. Yeah, so basically like this type of shindig. I wish. I mean, so this thing, I don't even know how to actually do, I don't know how to do the graph query stuff from, like, here it is, I guess, and this is just Java, looks like. Yeah. So that's definitely something that needs to go on there. Yeah, I don't think they let you do any advanced stuff like that. So yeah, everybody go retweet this sucker. Yeah, cool. So that'll be the decider on the second one there. So we'll do with Go driver walkthrough. Why does it not like walkthrough? Is that not a word? Whatever, I'm adding it to the dictionary. We use it enough. Driver, oops. and then TBD from Twitter poll. Or we can just decide right here. I'll take input from multiple places. So those are some of the focal points of things that I want to do on stream in the coming weeks also. Let's see. This is priority. Yeah, these things. So basically this stuff will be on my channel, Thrashing Code. This stuff where I'm already doing on the data stacks one, but it's gonna, some of this stuff is gonna filter over onto the Thrashing Code channel here too. I hate having it be complicated like that, but I got stuff I want to do and then got stuff I want to do for work, so it works out that way. That's pretty funny, Skullcrusher. It's these like common words that we use all the time, and we just misspell them probably or misuse them all the time. There's a ton of words like that. It's a total shit show. But that's a pretty funny one. I like that. Let's see here. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's see if this actually, yeah, I did it right. Okay. So cool. First decided upon upcoming stream priorities. Let's do a big old tweet of this stuff. Whoops. Twitch.tv that stacks devs and there we go. Let's come up with a good meme thing. Oh, that's pretty serious. As he goes to like take people out. Prior date total. Oh, that looks fun. Yeah, but anyway. All right, we're going to go with what the I'm going to go with this one. That one looks good. All right, so that first bump of them. Let's get these. I think if I get rid of the arbitrary text. Yeah. Oh, that one got all blurbed together. Okay. Now, let's number these suckers. That did not work very good. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a groovy, weird groovy song. There we go. And then that one, space. Damn it. What kind of weird space crap is that? There's those two. Scala, huh? I already got a vote for Scala. So, and then oh, don't put the let me fix that. This is how you edit a tweet, like this. Oops. Let's call this focus. Here we go. I'm gonna get rid of that one with the bad link. Yeah. Second line has 2 on same. Oh yeah. Yeah, 6 would be groovy. Okay. So we did that, and then let's get these in here. Okay, I'm not going through each one of those like I did with the other thing. It's going to take too much time. I just want to tweet the damn thing. All right, so we got that in there. Move that over to working. Knock that out. Come back to Cassie. Schema Migrator later. The second link isn't working. Oh, yeah, crap. Yeah, I guess it is edit number 50 million time. Let's... Let's get this one in. Well, I know what it is. So there's 6 items in there. Damn it. Yeah, it took me a minute to realize what you actually just wrote in chat. I slow. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's do code. This is what I should be doing when I write complicated tweets like this. Two, 3, 4, 5, and this is, oh, come on. There we go. And then this, whoops, twits. There we go. Yeah, exactly. I wish there was a better way to synchronize that also with, you know, people actually speaking. I know there's been talk of that. Oh, hell. There we go. Okay, so now that is ready for actual publication. All right, there we go. And then we want to get the tweet from the poll. There we go. Okay. Put and, right? Oh, whoops. We'll do this. And boom. All right, that looks good. So now, everybody retweet that. Anybody watching this, retweet it. All right. And then let's see here. Other possible topics that I'm curious to get into depending on interest. Gremlin. Let's do this, Gremlin. And then, what's a cool image to stick in there, really make it stand out some? Okay, we'll do this. Boom, that looks good. And then, what else do we want to get into? So this is something that we definitely need to get into. Oh, and then just Spring Boot Java. No, I don't know what I want to do with Java actually. Oh yeah, more Terraform. More. Hey Lily, it's going pretty good. The new setup is awesome, let me tell you. It's like I have an office that almost seems to have a living room, a bike repair area, an air conditioner section. So like the air conditioner is actually vented to the room and I can get to it instead of having to walk around like this weird. I had to like crawl over stuff to get to it basically. Then I got my cluster rack. And then I have my bookshelves and all that stuff. And then I have this, where I'm actually at, the office, which is super cool. I'm really, really stoked about that. Oh, so let's hear. Yeah, so HashiCorp with more use on Azure, AWS Cloud, and GCP. Did they get? Yeah, they did get that. Okay. And then, what's the other thing I want to do? I was just thinking about it. It's super important. Kevin Lawrence. Oh, that looks cool. Hey, Skullcrusher for life. Do you have a Twitter handle? Is it Skullcrusher? Skullcrusher for life? I don't know if I remember if you do or don't. I.e. traversing the edges of this tutorial, for example. Oh, what? Oh. I guess my my paste doesn't go both ways. Wait, Kelvin Lawrence.net Gremlin Graph Guy. Oh, come on. HTTPS Kelvin. Oh, I have to spell it right. Yep, that's what it was. Kelvin Lawrence.net. Yeah, and then can I just go to it? Book. Yeah, Gremlin book. This looks. Oh, look at there. Oh, let's get it like this. Yeah, there we go. All right. And let's see what we got. I'm gonna do that, and then, oh crap, what was it? Oh, I mean, we got a ton of other stuff too that's internally getting baked, so to speak. Oh, Lily, go vote on this right here. Boom. Go vote in the poll. Provide your 2 cents, and it shall be done. Yeah, I just want to I want to use this technology just because it has cool artwork. Such a dork. Yeah, really stoked about that. Oh, and then of course, yeah, Spark. And the endless list of Apache Software Foundation. Software awesome ness like Kafka. Is there a thing? Yeah, Apache Kafka, Storm, Apache Storm. Oh wait, is that what I was just thinking about? Spark. Spark is what I'm thinking about, not Storm. I mean, I guess we could look at Storm too one of these days, but Apache, oh my god, cool. Spark. I'm just totally spaced. Whoa, there's 2. Oh, sneaky. Center for Open Source Data and AI Technologies. Huh. Interesting. So we'll do that. Oh no, that kind of takes us a ways. That's a lot of material. But that gets us somewhere. All right, so that's good. Oh, there's Titan. Titan is a graph database that I believe part of the DSE graph store is kind of influenced by in various ways. Yeah, so now the question is what projects are you two working on these days? Anything interesting? Roy Moore is running again. God, this is what I hate about Twitter. Like, I don't even want to know about that. I mean, I'm not in Alabama. I can't do anything about it. And what is this ball world refugee? I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to go read that stuff. And I know by the end of the day, I'm going to read every damn thing, and I'm going to be wound up. And I'm working on a Game of Thrones project. Really? Is it public? Like, can I see it? Is it available to see? Ah. Did I not spell that right, Skullcrusher? Oh, I'm still curious, though. I mean, I knitted something this long, and I was like, I was enthralled by it for like 2 days. So, no matter how simple it is, I'm still curious about it. And Jane Austen style projects, I'm not sure if I understand what that means, actually. What does that mean? Why? Skullcrusher. That makes me feel moderately uncomfortable. Oh, nice. I like that, Lily. That's cool. Are you gonna be streaming it? That'd be cool too. Let's hear. We're friends on here. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm adding you too, Skullcrusher. I don't know why we're not friends on the Twitches yet. Oh, I don't stream anymore. Was it just too much? Was it like annoying? Too much trouble or something? Oh, cool. Do send a link, please. I am one curious rabbit. And if I were a rabbit, I'd be dead. But that's a whole different story. All right, looks like we made some progress there with all of that jazz. Now I think it's time to probably it's Kern's code. Okay. Cool. I will take a gander. Yeah, I sort of feel that way too, but then I combine that with my decaf, where I don't give a fuck, and this is what I do. But it works out, because like I need to do these things anyway, and I'm just sharing it with y'all. So, we get to hang out and do the thing. But yeah, it is kind of tough. And it's really tough if you try to be entertaining all the time, and you try to actually do something useful every session. A bunch of sessions will end up being like, well, that sucked, and then you get bummed out. Like I've even had sessions where by the end of the session I'm just like, what did I do? I just got on, like one person screamed at me, and then nothing happened. Oh yeah. So you see, a lot of people think I'm extroverted, and I'm not. Like learning how to talk, like has been a very multi-stage process for me, especially on stream too. But like literally when I was a little kid, I just made the same tonalities as people. I didn't actually say the words, and I realized that they needed the enunciations and such. But yeah, so when I was like 2-3 years old, I had to go to speech therapy, and so that worked out. I realized, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I mean, as a kid, I realized, oh, I thought I was doing the same thing everybody was, but clearly in hindsight, I wasn't. But I didn't realize that. I was freaking 2-3 years old. But so that continued. But also, I didn't talk around anybody at all, unless I had a very specific thing to say. Like if I was talking about like an F-16 fighter jet or a Lego set, I would talk about that. But I would never talk to anybody about anything. And I rarely had anything to say to anybody, like no general conversation. So fast forward 20 freaking years, and I'm in software, and all of a sudden I have to talk in front of people on a regular basis because I end up being an accidental architect and designer and organizer and leader of these groups building software for various reasons. A whole bunch of various random weird reasons that I didn't even get. And then I actually love public speaking too. See, this is where people, it was funny because I realized kind of after the fact that people thought I was shy, and it wasn't that I was shy, it was I just didn't talk. I didn't want to talk. I didn't feel like I had anything to say, and I didn't really want to talk to people. But when I do feel like I have something to show people that I'm interested in and that I think that they would prospectively be interested in, I love to talk to them then. I love to present to them. I love to show what I'm doing. And as I got into making screencasts for like Pluralsight and LinkedIn Learning, I got better at this talk while you do stuff. And since I already played music and sung while I played guitar, which at some point I wanted to add that to this too, it'd be like a weekend streaming thing. Instead of doing coding every weekend, I'll just do like drum hacking and guitar hacking and singing. Yeah, not seeing the audience is kind of weird. But yeah, being able to talk through it helps a lot because it engages multiple learning modes, which is one of the things I like about Twitch so much. Plus, I like hanging out and chit-chatting with everybody. Like I'm chit-chatting with y'all right now. But the fact that I start to engage multiple modes of learning whenever I'm doing something makes it more effective, and I almost kind of move along faster sometimes, or at least not faster. I move along with more without running into roadblocks, right? Because the roadblocks kind of go away when I say it and I'm telling everybody what I'm doing. I tend not to get stuck as much, and I know that's like kind of a common thing with us humans. If we just think it quietly and we don't say it or don't engage another learning style to do a thing, we don't get it set to memory as well as we should. But you know, everybody's got a different way and different learning styles they like to engage, which changes the effectiveness for them specifically. And this just seems to be working for me. I can put it on the calendar, I can get shit done, and hang out with people all at the same time. So it seems to be working out okay for me. But yeah, trying to get material and trying to stay entertaining all the time is actually kind of a pain in the ass and frustrating. Because I do try to at least be useful, but sometimes that doesn't happen either. So on the note of being useful though, Skullcrusher, I didn't get your... What did you say your handle was on Twitter? Because it doesn't seem to have worked. Or did I just spell it wrong? Skullcrusher for life. Let's see here. Skullcrusher for life. No? I thought that's what you had said. No. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah. Okay, well anyway, shout out to you for that link. Thanks for the link. I wonder, do you know what show that is? This fella right here on this meme, Priorities. Oh, that's a trippy looking beast. Oh, what is this? The prisoners with jobs. Oh God. Yeah, this. Man, we got a serious hell in a handbasket problem going on right now. But yeah, anyway, what I'm going to do now is actually try to get Twits running. So let's hear, what moment are we at in the stream here? Where can I see that? We are at moment... Isn't there a timer somewhere? Where's the damn timer? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna go tweet at you then. Oh, but I'm gonna do it like this. Let's hear. It's gonna take just a second here. Da, 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 da. And y'all don't get to see this part because I'm using my machine to do this real quick. Let's hear it. This is me talking to myself. Where's that crazy thing here? There it is. Ha! Oh, these? These are... Let's see if I can get it to actually show up on there. Is it focusing yet? Anyway, whoops. I just launched y'all out of my universe there. There we go. Here, I'll take a look. I'm going to open it up for you because y'all got to see this. They're called parasites. Parasite eyewear. And they're badass. Crazy stuff. Oh yeah, there's some. Ha! Oh, they got the 3-prong ones again? Oh yeah, super badass. These are the ones, I want these again so bad. So I had these, right? They currently are sitting somewhere amongst the ruin of this thing, which sucks. I don't know, somewhere around right here in the woods. Anyway, God, these are badass though. They're insane. And then, yeah, so there's a 3-prong ones again. I like that. Those are pretty trippy. But yeah, just some crazy eyewear company out of Paris. Handcrafted. The creator uses a 3D printer for certain parts. Like, oh, these aren't the ones that have it. But yeah, so they come in these cool boxes like this. Dun dun dun. And well, here's another one. It's doing a weird job focusing. Robert Tables was trying to do this earlier. So yeah, oh, check it out. Y'all can see like parts of my office now. In the screen. But yeah, those are the shades I got. I got a whole collection of glasses. This is some of them though. These are a different company, but they're my Harry Potter glasses with the little side bit here. The only problem with these is my head's fat. It pushes on my bits here. Yeah, but great glasses. Get them at this shop in Portland, which specializes in crazy glasses. Yeah, but check them out if you're into crazy glasses. They're definitely worth getting. It's in a Blink on 21st or 22nd in Clinton in Portland. Super cool. I'm yeah. Very cool. So let's see here. What was I doing? Oh yeah. There we go, back to that. And then let's try to... Okay, knocking this out of here for now. And then... Oh, yeah, I don't even have it. Hit clone. I don't even have it right now on this machine. Yeah, they have some places that have them in other realms of the country, but they're not super easy to get. Amazingly difficult, actually. I think in the entire Northwest, there's the shop in Portland and a shop in like Olympia or something. I'm super confused by that. It's like Olympia? And it's not, I don't even think it's in Olympia. I think it's like 50 miles out of Olympia or something crazy like that. But those are the only two places. Nothing in Seattle. But then, of course, I can barely get shit in Seattle compared to what I used to get in Portland. That's a whole different story. But yeah, like I go down to Portland whenever I want to get new glasses. Hell, when I want to buy half the stuff I buy, I go to Portland just because yeah. Shopping in Portland is awesome. Also tax-free. That's always a big plus. So yeah, let's see here. GitHub. What? No. Autofill it. What are you doing? What? I'm not signed in. That is some ridiculousness. Let's look at these other things. You're just out west side, right? Like Hillsboro, Beaverton, something like that. Not to like call out where you live or anything, but just curious. That is an awesome place to be. I couldn't complain. Yeah. Yeah, Oktoberfest ain't half bad here either. That's one thing I gotta say I'm pretty happy about. Okay, so I had it logged in on Firefox. I didn't realize that was where I had it logged in. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's not relevant to anything. So let's get... Geez, where have I put this thing? Turrets. Okay, so... Here is one of the things I don't remember. Gosh, it's been so long since I worked on that. Okay, so there's the board again. And there's the build. Yeah, okay. Final results. And then, see what I'm kind of concerned about those. I don't know how or when I fork this thing. So let's do this. Thrashing code. Yeah, if you go, tell Rich, Adrian says hello. I went 2 months ago. Yeah, I just showed up. They were having it on like an early Tuesday instead of the normal Tuesday or the normal day, whatever that is. And I surprised the hell out of him. And they had an Adrian coming to speak. Not an Adron. But I kept giving him shit about it. He's like, we got to wait for Adrian. And I'm like, Rich, you know how to say my name, dude. Say my name right. And he's like, not you. I love Rich, though. He's good people. He's real good people. All right, so yeah, I have twits here. Okay, Caligari. So do I have twits running too? All right, so that's all that stuff. So both have a build. That's kind of funny. So this one looks like I abandoned it a bit, and this is 3 months ago. Core Twits. Oh yeah, this has the reef. Yeah, that's not the one I've been working off of. I've been working off of this one. So I'm gonna snag that and get into this. I can't blame you. I mean, I don't even like driving in any traffic. I don't. So yeah, I feel you. I empathize with that situation. The crew that runs can't talk. The Willamette Valley meetup. They're real cool too. I love them. The IT Motives people. Great team. I kind of wish they could have got me a job over the years, but I've helped them get other people in jobs and stuff. So I feel like I've contributed to the effort there. But yeah, I love that crew. They're great. They always help us with the conferences, like whenever I do ML for All or .NET Fringe or any of that stuff. That's really cool. I'm also. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. While I'm here, I'm going to talk about it. So. So here's the corridor. Amtrak Cascades corridor. This is how I determine where I want to go on tours to go speak, right? What is this? Even better service. Oh yeah, that's crap. That shouldn't even be in the top. Cause it's oh yeah, this was the thing, but then they wrecked the train. I wish they'd get that crap fixed. They can't even find a new train to replace it. They need to fix it. And it's not higher speed rail. It goes the same slow ass speed it did in 1974 when it was called the Mount Rainier. But anyway, where's the map? I just wanted to see the map. Oh, let's look at this. Okay, so the Willamette Valley meetup is in Salem. Oh, look, you can click it. I wonder what that does. Oh, cute. I go to the Salem station. Beautiful little station they have. Love it. Yeah, you should do that. It's a nice ride up here. It really is. I just got back from Velocity Comp down in San Jose and also went to Los Angeles. So I went to San Jose, did the conference, then to Los Angeles, then rode all the way back. Freaking awesome. So relaxing. So what I think I want to do is I want to do a Eugene, Salem, Portland, Olympia, Tacoma, Seattle, and Bellingham and Vancouver meetup. So let's get these tour ideas written down somewhere. So come here, code. Let's do this thing. So it's your Vancouver, BC. That's definitely big enough for a meetup. And then Bellingham is worth stopping at for sure. I would do some of these other stops in here, but I don't know if I can get people to swing out to them. Like I would do Mount Vernon or Everett, because Mount Vernon has some great food places and cool little venues. Yeah, the Olympic Peninsula. Hell yeah. One of the best places in the world, honestly. And yeah, you either got to drive or bike it out there, depending on your time availability. It's pretty epic. So yeah, let's see here. If there were more transport options out to the coast, I would do meetups out there because it's so freaking relaxing. like Seaside, Astoria, Long Beach, up along the peninsula, up through the peninsula too. Like there's the glacier lakes out there that are just amazing. Like don't tell the rest of the world. They'll go occupy all of it. Oh, I will tell you one thing. So the trains in the US are bumpy as hell. They go back and forth. It's like riding on a ship compared to the ones in Germany and France and even England. England kind of has clunky trains compared to a lot of places. And yeah, our stuff is bumpy. It is freaking bumpy. Yeah, I mean, it's still, I mean, you've seen our roads too. You drive around this country. Our roads are kind of in the same piss poor shit shape as our railroads are in. The infrastructure here is just like, even new infrastructure here is usually bumpy and kind of crappy compared to like German infrastructure. You go to Germany and you ride on the Autobahn, especially on any new segment of it where it's maintained, and it's freaking, it's beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, anyway, yeah, they make me sad too, except in the sense of like, I thought growing up America was supposed to be perfect, and then I realized that this country is like, anyway, I don't want to get on that rant. I could go on for days. It ruined me when I went to Northwestern Europe. Like ever since I went to Northwestern Europe, I was just like, we don't do very many things right over here when it comes to like treating ourselves well and treating our future progeny well and building infrastructure to live well. It's like we just don't do it. We do eat pretty good in this country. And we crash stuff, blow up stuff, and shoot guns pretty well here. For better or worse. Anyway, back to the thing here. What I was going to say is, exactly. That's what it was. Because I had so many people in my life growing up just arguing. It's like, whoa, well, it's not so great over there because of blah, blah, blah. Like, our stuff is just as good. We use airplanes instead. And then I go over there and I'm like, they got airplanes too. And the airports are better in a lot of places. And, you know, it's just like the whole network works more fluently to use the mode that's efficient to get to the places you need to go at a particular time. We don't do that here. We just don't. But anyway, I digress. Seattle. And then, oh yeah, I want to hit up Tacoma because I know there's some good places there. And I think I can get a meetup going there. Even though, I don't know, I'll look about doing that later. Seattle, Olympia, and then Portland, of course, because there's a billion people there. And Salem, and then Eugene. All right, so I can't do all that in 1 week, but I think, let's go to the main Amtrak website. Or can I do this here? I think so. Select. Let's start in Seattle. And we'll go Seattle to Bellingham. Oh, wait, I can only do, yeah, I need to go to the Amtrak website. Amtrak.com. What? Oh. Yeah, Frankfurt was pretty weird. But like then of course I see SeaTac and I'm like, SeaTac's a major airport. Tons of flights coming in and out of there. The airport's shit. I go to PDX. I go to Schiphol or Iceland. And they have tons of flights in and out too, and they're not anywhere near as funky. I don't get it. But yeah, Frankfurt's pretty. I don't know. I was frustrated with it. Missed 2 flights coming in and out of there, and I've only flown in and out of Frankfurt like 5 times. So 2 out of 5. That's a pretty horrible ratio. Oh. Yeah, PDX like seems to get some direct flights, and then they often go away. They just like don't seem to quite muster enough ridership to keep them going. All right, so let's get this figured out here. So if I do a multi-city, let's say I start from Seattle, and then I go, let's actually do, yeah, let's do Bellingham, and then Bellingham to Vancouver, BC, and then we'll do, let's hear one more, Vancouver, BC to, let's do Olympia, and then that'll be one week of trips. All the Washington stuff in one trip, right? And then Seattle. Right. So let's say we start on a Monday. Let's say in August, start on August 5th. Let's go to Bellingham. Then I have the meetup that night, right? Hang out, do stuff, meet with people, have a meetup that night. And then, so then, let's see, so that would be that night. So then I could leave on Tuesday to go to Vancouver, BC, and have a meetup that night. Could I do that? Yeah, I guess I could, because I could get on the early train and then arrive by noon. So yeah, that'd work. So then, so that'd be that. So that'd be that day, yeah, 6. But I don't want to leave Vancouver that fast. I want to hang out, because it's freaking Vancouver. Oh, I can leave late that next day. Or no, I could leave early the 8th. That's what I'll do. So I'll stay an extra day. Then I can do some more things. And then I'll come back on the 8th. And then do the meetup in Ollie. And then the 9th, I'll get back into Seattle. So if I do that... What? No, don't worry about it, Firefox. Bugger off. So let's see, it'd be the... Yes, the early morning train. So then the early morning train again, except not quite as early. And then the train to Olympia would need to be this one. Yes. And then back to... Oh, I could do that? What? Oh, I don't want to do that crap. No buses. No buses. All train. Canada's pretty nice. It's kind of like a nice little reprieve to get out of the country a little bit. And it's right there. And then leaving Ollie. So I'll definitely want to have breakfast because they got some cool breakfast joints. And I'm not going to get up crazy early after that whole week. And it'll be Friday, so I want to be kind of chill. So let's do this one. And that should give me an itinerary. Oh, show me this stupid thing. And I will bring my bike, but I just want to see... Oh, well, crap. Anyway, so the first section could be this. Let's do this. Week 1. These cities. Week 2. And then, boom. Oops. Let's see, I'm going to call it the Great Cascadian Data Tour. Call it the Cloud Data Tour. Okay. key topics. 1, let's hear distributed databases. 2, new SQL, NoSQL databases. 3, Apache ecosystem tooling around streaming, etc. So Spark, Kafka, etc. Then let's see what else. Oh, is that the you talking about the ferry that leaves Bellingham and goes up to Alaska? Yeah. Yeah, I want to take that too. That looks so, well, exciting, really. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, it can be open to they can get through the open sea. It's some of the open sea, not all the open sea. It gets pretty gnarly up there, some places. Oh man, C# Fritz. Hello, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Man, the last couple times I've been raided, I'm not even actually coding. I'm working on other stuff. Like right now, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure some of you are watching ads. Hopefully not too many. Hopefully everybody's actually getting in here without any qualm. So let's see here. What is some of the other topics that would be good on a tour of Cascadia that would be data related? Help me out, audience. Yeah, I hope they do fix it, because it's super pain in the ass to go on a raid and then you're sitting there for a minute while the host is explaining what the hell is going on, and then by the time you get out of it, everybody's like chatted a bunch and you're confused like what's going on. Oh, okay. So they've said they are fixing it or have fixed it for the most part. That's cool. Yeah. So what is that? 19? Oh, cool. I got to get back. I don't read Reddit as much as I probably should for the key parts that I should be reading. Yeah. Nice. I've never seen my blowtorch, dude. That's a new bit for me. My base do belong to you. Hear my base. Here's my base. So yeah, welcome all 5 million of you. Welcome to the Thrashing code pit, where all the processors are at maximum output all the time, and we're always thrashing the cloud. Coding squad is here. I love it. Love it. Fritz, you do such good work with the whole code streaming. I love it. I appreciate it. Thanks for the raid. Thank you for all you do. And also, by the way, I hope to catch you at TwitchCon. I'm trying to line it up. Still not 100% there. I'm like 90% there. And also maybe setting up a hacker house while there. Trying to get it coordinated. One of the other things I'm coordinating right now is I'm trying to get together a little Cascadian data tour. So basically, like, week 1 would be a trip to Vancouver, BC, Bellingham, Seattle, and Olympia to have like half day, almost like a mini conference, right? Like a mini conference event. Probably somewhere around 50 to 100 people. Hey, Macotronics, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the pit. Yeah, so that's basically the idea. And right now, what I'm trying to do is I got the week 1 figured out. I figured out how I can take the train, because I'm a train nerd. Got to take the train. Here's to our Blazor schedule UI components. Geez, I gotta dig into some of that open source stuff y'all been doing too. Just like Brendan over on Dev Coders. Now I can't think of the name of his channel. Anyway, the stuff he's been working on too. Like, I guess some of that stuff y'all are working on it in conjunction, right? Yeah, dev chatter. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Hey, Ancient Coder, good to see you there. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of key topics around doing a data tour, around new SQL, NoSQL stuff, the streaming input and output of the databases, all that good stuff, and how we can bring a tour to, well, specifically right now I'm thinking about doing the Northwest. And some of the stuff that I know I can get kind of coordinated around is like we can have a Cassandra day. We'll do like a, we'll say half day. Intro to this sys DBs. Intro to other data storage mediums. Then the streaming. So I'm trying to think about how to add like a programming element to it. Then of course maybe those three things are enough for like a half-day conference, because we're talking about an intensive like 4-hour session of stuff and then dinner and drinks afterwards. I think that would be good. So about 4-hour session. And matter of fact, everybody check this out. There is a poll that everybody needs to go vote on as soon as possible. This is super important. It could alter your life in a positive way or leave me with a catastrophically crazy thing to do. All I need you to do is go vote on this. There you go. And also offer your opinions. I got you. I'm just catching up with chat real quick. Different project. Yeah. X0029. I like that name. That's a good one. Yeah, so the other things, go vote on the thing that you think would be useful for me to provide a session on, and I will do that. Would be super awesome. I would love your input on that vote right there. The other thing, also follow the Thrashing Code Twitter account, because that's where I post basically all of my notes and everything else as I work on the stream here. So the day would be like a 4-hour session of those topics just listed, and then dinner and drinks round. Well, let's just call it dinner. Post conf dinner. Post mini conf dinner. Whoops, mini conf dinner. There we go. Now, the things. All right, so that looks good. We'll just call this the Great Cascadian Cloud Data Conf Tour, aka Adrian's crazy ass idea. All right. We should mark down it. Oh, why am I doing this? I'm acting like I don't know how to use Linux. Whoops. Great Cascadian Tour. Great. I'm just going to call it Adrian's Crazy Cascadian Tour.markdown. There we go. Okay, so that covers that. The other thing I was talking about on stream for all of you that just joined. So I've been putting together a lot of material. I do a lot of different material. And it's basically split between my Twitch account, which you're watching right now. So do follow, do subscribe. Or, follow and then figure out if you want to sub. And then there's another one, which just follow, because you don't even need to subscribe because it's a corporate account. But what we are doing on this account, it's similar to like the Visual Studio Net or the AWS account, where it talks a lot about core product stuff for a particular company. But like on ours, we are doing it a little bit different. We do a lot more development on the actual channel, right? So here tomorrow at 10:20 a.m., I'm actually going to be working on the C# hour, which is going to be a little bit longer than an hour this time because it's going to be kind of a kicking off a level set of the Chasma app or the Apache Cassandra schema migration tool that I've been working on. So I'm going to go over that, reintroduce everybody to the repo, where we're at with the code, what the goals are, and all of that type of jazz. So that's tomorrow at 10:20 a.m. Then on next Monday, little killer video Node.js, which is a reference app we've built for DataStax Enterprise, which is built off of Apache Cassandra. So same distributed database technology. We're doing a little front-end development with that. So it's going to be a lot of Node and refactoring, kind of reading code and refactoring stuff. Oh, it told me that I've been streaming. Oh, nice. I didn't even know I had that command. Thanks for informing me, Andres Amaris. And then also got a Geo app that myself and Christina are building. She's one of my cohort at DataStax amongst the advocates that we're building on DSE, but we're using a lot of other stuff that's pretty cool. Like we're diving into the ecosystem around using Visual Studio Code and the pairing tools, Apache Cassandra, DataStax Enterprise, and using Vue.js for our user interface there. So that's what I'm doing over on the DataStax Academy channel. And then over here on the Thrashing Code channel, which is what we're on right now, I just tweeted the next big focal points that I'm going to be aiming for. So here's an idea of the kind of things that I will be coding when you join me in the future. So let's see here. Tweets home. I clicked on that wrong. Yeah, there we go. There's Lisa. So this is the priorities. There's these repos. So the three that I just mentioned, the trucks is the Geo app that we're building, and the Cassie Schema Migrator is the Chasma tool for schema migrations against Apache Cassandra, and then I'm going to extend that to do DataStax Enterprise, so it'll cover graph and other data schema models. And then Twits is a Go application that I'm writing that I started a while back, the 3 initial episodes that lay out what Cryptic Enigma ZZ. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the pit. I will see you in the future. So anyway, yes, the things that we'll be doing around, come back machine. Okay, I couldn't even see my screen for a second. The Twits it's a Twitter app, or it's a Go app that works against the Twitter API. It's going to work against other additional things too that are focused around basically looking at accounts that I want to follow or have followed, trying to find key particular information, and kind of used as a tool to pull data in, put it in a database, and then parse stuff so I can figure out and put people into better groups than the crappy ones that Twitter actually provides. But I also want to expand that to put things into a schedule to help have it feed out to Trello. And it's basically going to be an app that's going to work among a bunch of different APIs to help make my life easier and anybody else that wants to use it. I'll be open for, throw an issue on the repo, whatever you want to do. So follow the Thrashing Code Twitter account. You can go in there to any of these repos, add an issue, whatever you want to do. And then there's the Culigarian Data Diluvium, which is another set of projects. One's a server side, one's a client side. The client side works with the server side to basically do 2 types of data generation processes. On the server side, it used cloud compute to generate data for various data schemas or data model data stores. So like you could have a relational data model, have it generate data for a relational data model, and then inject it into the database. Then you could do the same with the client side one, or you could have the client side and use it to use the server side stuff. So more on that in those repos and in future Twitch sessions. And then other things I'll be talking about in the upcoming weeks and months. So definitely follow for this stuff too. I'm going to be doing a C#, a Java, a Node.js, a Go driver walkthrough with DSE, Cassandra, and some other things, and also just talk about data access with those languages and good models and practices, patterns and practices, etc., to work with those languages. Then, as a hanger-on for that particular focal point, I put the poll out there. So go vote, go retweet it, shoot it out to people, get other people to throw in their 2 cents. I want to make sure that I provide a driver walkthrough in a language that people want. So I've already decided I'm going to use Go, but I wanted to use one of those functional languages to provide additional reference on how to do data manipulations and access of the drivers. So finally, Skullcrusher for life. Thanks. Shout out again. Posted some stuff about Gremlin, which is a query language that works against graph stores, which DataStax Enterprise uses for its graph store. And Gremlin, of course, works against some other graph stores and things like that. But I was thinking about starting a series of going through, since I don't know graph store Gremlin QL code very well at all. I was thinking about going through a series, creating a series, and basically working through learning Gremlin. Could be a great opportunity for a lot of people to join me on that. Don't have the schedule up, but will have the schedule up soon. As soon as I can figure out when I can do that, I'll put it up. And then I'll also be doing a lot more Terraform against Azure, AWS, GCP, and other stuff related to the Apache Software Foundation like Kafka and Spark. So there's the full rundown of what we have talked about in the last hour and 40 minutes or so of this stream, wrapped up for all of you raiders. Thank you for the raid again. So please follow, sub, and join us in the future for all of this content that I'm putting together. That was a lot of words all at one time. Also, besides that, one other thing you should know, I'm into metal. I listen to a lot of metal. And I'm listening to this pretzel stuff right now, which is pretty okay. But I will be doing music production, drum hacking, guitar hacking, vocal hacking, and putting it all together to actually create music for Twitch streams that you don't have to worry about getting muted on by the secret Twitch police and stuff in the future too. So that'll be on weekend streams. Stay tuned for that if you're into metal. If you're not into metal, it still might be interesting because it's going to be drums and guitar and all that kind of jazz. So it can definitely be transferred to other types of things. And I also have listening sessions on the weekends every once in a while for new metal, stuff that I've discovered. And you definitely have to tune in on Twitch for that because, yeah, it'll get muted in the VOD. Something will be, I'll play something, it'll get muted. Most of it, it just gets a little ding, but yeah, you got to join live for that stuff. That's usually like 2 p.m. on a Saturday. I grab a beer, invite everybody else to listen to some metal. It's a good time. All right, the thing that I had just started to get into, though, y'all are lucky for those hanging around. Appreciate it. I'm trying to get my Twits app to work. I haven't worked on this sucker in like 3 months. So as y'all know, when you create a project and you start writing code and then you leave for hours, months, and then you come back to it, you have no idea how it works usually. So that's the stage I'm at right now. See you, Lily. Have a good one. Catch you around, et cetera, probably at Padnug sometime in the future or on the Cascadian Data Tour. So cheerio. So let's get into Twits and see if, I wonder if I put in the ID thing. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to open it up in Golang. And we'll see what we can get going here. Oh, I think I just put jalapeno in my eyeball. How did I get, or maybe poison. Oh, it burns. Damn it, I hate it when I do that. But anyway, I digress. The bass drops in this one are just crazy. Yeah, so, okay, IDE open, focusing. All right, where are we at? Okay, so in this project, in Twits, I do recall that I had set it up like a lot of my other projects, where I have a dev up and dev down for the Docker environment. Because I definitely need to be able to spool up the database, right, to be able to work against the database. So in this situation, why do I have it called this? Oh, it's the wrong. I don't want this project. I want. There we go. And it. Well, what? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Do I have. Is this the right one? Oh, I did put it. I put it in the wrong place. And let's do this. Yay! Okay. So get it opened up here, and then we should get a warning that says I have dependencies to get. Yeah, dep status. Come on, don't flake out on me. Well, whatever. When in doubt. Yep. All right, indep ensure. Let's get our vendors directory of dependencies. That should pop up now, right? Yep, there's vendors. Okay. And then let's get... Why is it not letting me add a configure? Oh, it's indexing. Note in Goland, you can't add configurations when the project is indexing. I found that out the hard way. Come on. Put. Has Nyan Cat finished? Oh no, there it goes. Now it says dep status. Right, it should be done though because I ran it. All right, yeah, there we go. Cool. What do I got here? Main. Oh, that's a junk test. That's bad form. Come on, Adrian. Okay, in this, let's see here. I need to get an initial build set up. So we're going to do a go build. We'll set this to package. So it's going to build the whole thing. And then I think we just want to run a run with sudo. I don't remember that being there. Anyway, so I just want it to run the base command. Oh, I messed up the name of it. I always forget to give it a good name. Build twits. So I think just like some basic output spits out. Oh yeah, it shows the docs for the command. So yeah, I'm using Cobra and Viper. Viper for configuration and Cobra for CLI stuff like this. If we go up in here, it's broken out per that. So we have the basic command structures here. And then additional bits like the core twits is code around console output and things like that. Exports is about the exporting to JSON or whatever other formats that I export out to. I don't even remember all of them right now. Definitely gonna have to refamiliarize myself with some of this. Parse is the process of parsing the files and everything, like the Twitter list from the actual text file that has the Twitter list, which all of this is based off of having a basic Twits YAML that takes a file, okay, and exports it, parses it, and exports it to a file called tweeters, and it'll do CSV format, or you can do JSON, XML, and I think there's one other that I'm forgetting. And then Cassie and Keyspace is for the Cassandra database to export stuff to that. And then the twitters.txt, the file you designate here, I have one here as an example. And it's just free-form stuff, right? You can put in whatever and then add the Twitter accounts, like, let's say, editing Emily. Who else can we add? Anybody? Anybody got a Twitter account? Let me know what your Twitter account is. And I'll add it. And that should parse it. So I don't need a key or anything to be able to parse. So let's do a copy of this. And then okay, sorry, I had to respond. Emergency response there. So package, twits, and then program arguments is parse. This is where I can do a subsequent thing, because the general command is twits, but I want to say twits parse. So I add that, and I think I can just run that then, and it should parse and display the contents of the file. Oh no, it doesn't display it to console. It displays it. It puts it into the export file, which is a CSV. Which there it is. Oh, and it gives it a crazy, unique identifier. So let's install a plugin for CSV. Yes, please. And there we go. So there's our list, right? It's not a very good comma separated list though. Why did that not work? Already I run into a problem. But hey, we have the content. That's the main thing. There you can see our library dependencies on that. So exports, console, main. Oh yeah, let's go back and look at exports. Text, JSON, XML. Oh, there's CSV form, Twitter list, print line. Well, the Twitter list is export Twitter users CSV. I don't understand that one. CSV text workload. So collected content, starting export to blah, collected content, rebuild for strings, export. I don't know, somewhere in there it needs a comma. Oh, here it is. Oh, so it's not calling it with that. I'll have to figure that out later. The point is, I wanted to get it to build, which we have done. So now Twits is ready to be worked on again. The other things that this needs, which also level set and relaunch tomorrow at 3:33 p.m. So the first thing I'm doing the data stack C# hour at 10:20 a.m. and then back into this session. I will be diving into the Twits application at 3:33 p.m. tomorrow Pacific time. Hope you'll join me then. With this building though, I am going to call it a day, but let's raid somebody else, right? I mean, that's good order. We should do that. Let's bounce in here. And who do we got? Who do we got that we can go raid? Anybody? I don't have a public calendar for all that stuff, but I feel like I should. And I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that for next time, because that's crazy obvious that I should have one of those, shouldn't I? Hey, Andres Amaris, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Oh yeah, Twitch TV. Right now, the easiest way to figure it out is to do Twitch data stacks devs and Twitch TV Ader and Hall events, and same thing over here with events. And I try to keep these all super updated. One of the things that's kind of a pain in the ass about this, though, is that it's not exactly easy to keep this stuff updated because I have my work calendars and all that junk, too, that I have to keep updated. So it's like a million different calendars. But I will try to figure out a way to consolidate, like, wherever I'm going to be hacking on stuff, where I'm going to be putting together whatever it is in a central calendar. And I'll tell you what, the place I will put it, I'll tweet it, of course, via my Adrian account and the Thrashing Code account, but I will get it and put it on my blog here. And it'll be a blog entry, and like I'll put it in a little menu thing up here or something. And so you can follow me on here to get an email or email subscribe to the blog entry, and you'll get updated that way. I have a million things you can subscribe to. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, they really need to get on the events. Like, I don't think the events are API drivable yet either. Last time I looked at the SDK for Twitch, like there wasn't any, like you couldn't do a lot of stuff with the events. And that was like the main thing that I wanted to do first, was to straighten out the calendars. My calendars, my personal ones, are already a catastrophe, so it's hard enough for me to create other ones. Thus I need to get that figured out. But anyway, so there's the two Twitches. And let's hear I'm gonna log in here. See, there's my name. Probably did that wrong. Give me just a split second here. I'm gonna log in real quick. Gotta find my phone. Where is my phone? Oh, okay, I found my phone. Token. Oh, no, wait. That's not how you do it. Almost got it, y'all. Almost got it. Right there. Now I can get the list pulled up here. Maybe. There it goes. Okay, so who's hacking on stuff right now? Who do we got doing stuff? Program is coding still. Or is he showing his TV pilot? Oh, look, it's Steve Jobs. So, I don't know if I should jump into that just yet. What about Ellie Face? Anybody got an opinion on that? Well, it's mature. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's raid Ellie Face, y'all. What do you think? Raid someone's who coded? Who's help me out? Who's somebody that's coding? Let's hear our chicken life. What game is she playing though? It's like she's building a universe. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, creating something. Just chatting. So this looks good. Maybe he's doing something. Yeah, okay. We're gonna raid this fella, R Lens Cog. All right. Yeah. Raid Arland Cog.
Get posts. Do we not have it for that yet?
Countdown has begun. Please join me to raid Arlandskog.
Weird. Get posts.
Here we go. Just a few more seconds.